have a second video for the Kegerator build. Some of you might be thinking, what is he doing now? I got some vodka. I got some cornstarch. Yes, not a cooking video. Doesn't sound appetizing. So what are we doing with vodka and cornstarch? Vodka and cornstarch, what I've researched, is supposedly if you mix it together in a paste-like substance and paint it on a fridge, it'll show you where the coolant lines are. So I did that, and in here I have a mix. I just guessed. I didn't do anything special to a pasty consistency. That's that. So not very appetizing at all. Again, it's not supposed to be cooking, but I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna let you know. Just some vodka, cornstarch. You know, I don't know what I got in this mixture. A few bucks. So what? If it works, it works. I was hoping I didn't have to drill into my fridge, but I need to mount the regulator splitter in there. So that seems to be the best option the way everything's looking. So I got the fridge fired up and that's going. So I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to give you a visual of that. And then I'll paint this on. And when this sets up, I'll show you that. But let's go for a walk. So we are heading downstairs. Sorry about that. Heading downstairs to give you a visual of the kegerator. And here's where I'm after. What I want to do is I want to drill a couple holes in this section, which is kind of scary to me. And I can definitely feel ridges in the fridge, but I don't know if that means anything to me. But kind of give you a visual of the build so far and what I'm trying to do here. As you can see, it's all cleaned up. I got my pencil mark line. That's going to be where I mount my taps. Fridge or freezer, nothing exciting. Just wanted that to set up to go. Here's kind of the visual interior. I did put some wall board in here. This is some pretty flexible stuff. Took the main part out. I wanted the finished look, so I put that in. I used some spray adhesive to put that in. I put a little border on the interior and lower part. I didn't feel that was necessary up top. So here's how the setup's looking so far. That's not the regulator I'm going to use, but wanted to use it for mock-up. Figured I can get 4 kegs in here. Originally went for 3. You can see back there I got my wood piece. My Tupperware container is for my drip tray when I get that in. But what I want to do next is drill a couple holes right in here. So that's what's making me nervous. If I hit a coolant line, it's over. So we're going to try this method, see how that works, and go from there. So next part of this video, I will show you that. So I'm going to paint it, and I'll give you this. This is what I used as far as kind of like some wallboard type plastic to cut a chunk out for the fridge to cover up the cardboard and everything when I took that out. So that basically makes it clean, looks pretty, and we'll drill the holes and everything in the door, which I'm not worried about. These holes I am. But so hopefully we don't hit a line, and that's where I'm going to try this method. If it works, if I can see lines, I'll definitely show that. Next step I'll show you after I have the holes drilled. I'd like to show you drilling holes, all that, and what I've done to put this together, but unfortunately I don't have enough room down there, but I think you can get the idea of it. But I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, I am back with you on the second phase of this kegerator. So I know I was talking about the mixture to look for refrigerator lines, but I've got it done. You can see my 2 bolts. I didn't notice any streaking like I was looking for, so I went online, tried to figure out this fridge. Couldn't really find the owner's manual, but I did find a couple guys that use these. They were saying there's no coils in the sides of the fridge. I don't know. So what I did, I came from the inside. I was really careful, pierced the plastic, took an awl and poked through it and seen if I felt something. Didn't felt nothing, had no hisses, nothing out of the norm. So you can see my regulator laying down there, and then you can also see my splitter mounted. And I was trying to be level. I got a little crooked, but I think that'll be fine. Not going to change it now. And I did have a level on it, but it moved on me. But I think my mistake will actually be a little bit of benefit, because having a little downward angle, I think will actually make shutting the valves a little easier. So that's the second part so far. The next part of this, I'm going to drill the holes in the door, and I'll show you that, and I'll be back. And I guess I'm going to do 2 phases on the initial build of this thing, and give you a little better look at my wood shelf I built here too. And then of course the white piece of plastic on the door. So I'm trying to make it finished, trying to make it look good, but after all, it's a kegerator. I'm more worried about beer than the kegerator, and really don't have an extra set of hands, so trying to balance it all myself. But overall, if it works, I'm happy so far. So we'll see you after I drill the holes in the door. Okay, wanted to get back to you and show you where we're at. So what I did is I got my drip tray mounted. You can see that this line is off. With the holes too, if you build one of those, there will be a little play if you use a plate like this. So try to get as perfect as possible. This I leveled out, so this is level. I left on sun to practice. I'll clean my mark up. I did lower this because I wasn't happy with how high it sat, so I'll show you that quick. Give me a second. Okay, and I picked a loose tap handle, but as you can see, I'll have a little, about a 3/4 of an inch there. I felt that would be good if I wanted to do a little taller tap handle. I also didn't want to make sure I didn't hit the door. And that's kind of the outside of it to show you that. I did drill a hole for my drip tube. I just used the same hole saw I do to do my shanks. That's a little bigger, but the nice thing is it slides in there really good. I'm gonna have to get a rubber grommet for that. I don't think that'll be that big a deal. Should be able to get one from my local hardware store. So you can see the shanks, you can see my drip tube. That'll sit in the middle of the keg, so I'll figure that out. I'm gonna use that little piece of Tupperware. So next up, I gotta clean this up, get that set up, tighten these up, and get a grommet for my drip tube, and mock it all back up, and we should be ready to go. So the next part I'm gonna do is I'll clean it up and kind of show you the keg lines, but kind of finishes my kegerator build. Of course, my drip tray, so a few minor things, but this one was from Keg Connection. Pretty much bought all the parts from them, the hole saw and everything, and they'll tell you exactly what size that was and what is it, 15/16. I think I'm going to be fine with my drip tube. I might have went a little smaller on that, but again, if I can find a decent grommet, I'm pretty confident that that'll all work out. So I'm going to get this cleaned up and I'll show you the final product. Okay guys, pretty much wrapped it up. I got one more thing to do, but I won't include that in this video. It's an easy piece. I need a grommet for the drain tube, but here's the end result. As you can see, I put a couple decals on that I had from Jadit and Keg Connection. Keg Connection supplied all the keg parts and stuff. So, and Jadit was Hydro Chiller, which I think is a great product. Put a little covers on them now. There's nothing in it, but you can see the kind of finished product on it. And I didn't put my tube in yet. I got it up there. I want to get a grommet. I've fed it in and out a couple times. And I don't have kegs in it yet. And because I got one more week. I did basically keg conditioning on 3 kegs because I didn't know when I was going to get this all done. So I don't want to force carb yet, but I will do that next time. So got my keg lines just wrapped up, hanging up there, so I'm happy with that. Got my splitter in there. Like I said, I wish I would have got that a little more level, but oh well. Shelves all put in, all cleaned up for the most part. Got my CO2 tank. Little Tupperware thing I'm going to use for catch the excess beer and foam, but that's kind of it. If anybody's really interested in what I did on this one, hit me up in the comments or check out the website. I will probably eventually get around to making a parts list and saying all what I did. And this was a hot point fridge. There seems to be some out there. Easily I'll fit 4 kegs. This system too, I could have went with my regulator and splitter. I could easily lent to another tap. That's why I kind of centered it more to the right. I kind of like the looks of it here. Not, it's give me some space for decals or something else too. But also gives me an option. I might look into nitro taps. Maybe I'll do a nitro, or maybe I'll just do one for like a root beer, or if I don't like that. This is easy fix. I can buy another one of these guys and basically another shank and faucet and easily expand to 4. That's why I didn't want to center it, because if I go out to 4 it would be almost there, and I think it's kind of cool to have it off center, so decals. 4 I think is going to be my capacity, but I think 3 is going to serve me well. I could be wrong, we'll see, but I'm pretty much tight in with 4. If I went to smaller kegs, I might be able to work something out, but I think I kind of want to still stick to the 5 gallons, because Scott and I have been kind of brewing, and I think we all can say it, you know, we all want to brew more, but never seem to find the time. I'm in that same boat. But there it is, guys, gals. Just want to show you what it looked like. Got it done. Fridge actually works. I didn't drill through any lines. Happy about that. Just got to do that grommet. Next time you see, I'm going to call the 3rd in the series of the Kegerator. I'm going to do a keg cleaning line deal that I've seen online, see if that works, or line cleaning. And I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to set the tripod up down here and actually do a first pour on this guy and see what I think. But overall, kind of excited about it. Might change some other stuff down the road, but I think the faucets will be nice. I like the way the drip tray looks, a little more money, but hangs right off the shanks, compresses. Nice feature, nice that it drains. Once I get the tube on there, you can't really see. I think overall it'll be a nice setup. Also, I like to have the freezer capacity using for ice and excuse me. Yeah, I got my sorry about that. I only got my rewards here sitting there, which I could have made I suppose a Kegerator out of, which obviously I could have went more taps, but it's just pretty much me and a couple other people drinking beer, so I hope 3's enough. If not, I'll go to 4. If not, I don't know. We'll see how it works, but like I say, I think it'll be nice to have that ice piece, and a little worried about the Kegerator and what I've heard about keeping moisture out of them. So I think I'll be happy with this setup, and didn't use exactly the cheapest of everything. I used stainless steel shanks. Got CM faucets, so those were upgrade. Regulator was upgrade, but I'm really happy I did the regulator because with the splitter and the 3rd line, I can force carb with the 3rd line and still be running 3 taps and have that extra keg. So that's kind of my plan for now, unless I change. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, I wish a little more detail, but anybody interested in knowing exactly what I did, please hit me in the comments. Check out the website. I'll probably post a parts list and kind of some thoughts as I went through this. But till next time, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please share. Thanks for tuning in. Next time, Kegerator video and some other stuff cool coming up. Thanks.